Today we're going to talk about the 3 secrets to turn your songs from good to great. Hi, my name is Steve Collum from thesecretstomusicsuccess.com, and today we're going to be talking about the 3 keys or the 3 secrets to turn your good songs into great songs. So let's dive straight in. So number 1, don't bore us, get us to the chorus. Now, you might have heard that before, maybe you've heard it 100 times, but it's just so true. And the chorus, not only does that, not only is that the chorus of our song, like the part that we're all singing, it could be the hook. So I would take it one step further and just say to yourself, okay, don't bore us, get us to that hook or the chorus. So if that hook is that whatever it is, if it's like a synth kind of line or if it's a real dancey kind of thing, don't bore us, get us to that thing. And in your writing, you should be right. Everything should be very hooky. Like your verse should be hooky, your pre-chorus very hooky, chorus and your post tag and your post-chorus, the little parts after the chorus, the whoa or whatever it is. They all need to be hooky. You got to be. That's your goal. So I always say the more hooks you can put on your fishing line, the more fish you're going to catch. So number 1, don't bore us to the chorus. So you'll find that I did a research on all the songs in 2020, on all the hit singles, and they all get to the chorus before 50 seconds. So there you go. Now, a lot of songs actually they might even start on the chorus. They might be like, just jump straight into the chorus. A lot of songs do. I'm thinking of a lot off the top of my head right now, and that's a great key to kind of get you to don't bore us, get into the chorus. Why not start with the chorus? Then you've done that. So that's going to turn your song from a good song to being a great song, a catchy song, a song that people are going to be walking out after they listen to it. They're going to be whistling it or humming it or singing it. So that's number 1 key. Number 2. Now, ask your question, how long is your song? Now, you don't want one of those really, really, really long songs because, and I'll tell you what the kind of the times are in a second, but you've got to remember social media. We're living in this day and age where people want things quick. They want to, everything's in bite size. People just don't have the time to sit down and go through a song experience, and if you do want to write those songs, then that's fine, but just know that the majority of people, they're just like, they just want things so quick and bite size. And so you want to keep remembering that when you're writing your songs, don't keep it long. Now, some of the times that I would suggest is definitely keep it under a minute, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, keep it under there. The shorter, the actual better, because guess what? On Spotify or any of your streaming networks, you get paid, not much, but you do get paid per stream. So if your song goes for, let's just say 6 minutes, you decide to double your song, people are only going to play it once. So you're going to get paid once. Now, if you have the 3-minute song and you halved it and they played that twice, you get paid twice. So the shorter, you're going to find a lot of artists are doing shorter songs these days. Anywhere between 250 to 330 is pretty good. Now, the average of last year's top singles, top number ones, was 313. So a lot were under there. A few were actually a bit higher than that, but the majority of them, that's the average of all the number 1 singles of 2020. So keep that in mind. So you don't want to go too long with your song, and you want to keep them kind of pushing it again, playing it again, playing again. I didn't get enough. So that's the secret there. So number 3, keep on theme. Now, I've seen this so many times, especially in amateur songwriting, where it's like, you'll listen to the song and it's like, where are you going? I'm not sure where you're going as you're reading or as you're listening to the verse into the pre-chorus. Then when it gets to the chorus, you're like, you've lost me. You've totally lost it. I don't know what you're saying here. You're saying one thing in the chorus, but in the verses, I don't know what you're saying. So you got to keep it on theme. One of the things I often do is I'll write down the theme. Like I'll start with the chorus, and I don't always do this. So many different ways to write, and because we're all creative beings, it's nice to kind of vary them, go through a season where you're doing something and then go through a different season where you're doing something different. But a lot of the time I'll write down the chorus, or I'll start down the chorus, and I'll have it right there. If your song is about better together, or I'm happy, or I'm feeling good, then you want to keep looking at that chorus. You want to keep coming back to it. So if you're if you didn't start with the chorus, you're gonna have to, what are you trying to say? And usually the songs that I write, the weaker ones, the ones that are not as good, when I don't start off with a theme, when I don't start off with a chorus, when I don't even know what I'm trying to say, and then it's kind of like get to the chorus and I'm like, oh, what am I even trying to say? So you always want to keep on the theme. I go back to that chorus a lot. So once I've written that chorus and I know what I'm trying to say, that's the start of the song. Everything else has got to lead to that. So I'll go back to the verse, and I'll constantly keep asking myself, does this tie into the chorus? Does this is this supporting the chorus? Would that make sense if I and one little trick that I like to do is at the end of the verse, what if I jump straight into the chorus? Would that work? Would it make sense? If you're singing about better together, then you want to lead it up to the chorus. We're better together, like whatever you're saying in the verse, you want it to lead up into that we're better together. So constantly keep asking yourself, does this support the chorus? I can't underestimate that. That is just so important. One of the things that if you get lost, and we've talked about this before on on some of the other videos I've done on songwriting, is the word clouds. Now, if you're not sure what a word cloud is, basically, if you ever get writer's block, or if you're like, I don't know what to write, or I'm kind of lost, I'm kind of like, first of all, just get something out. And then second of all, just make sure you can do a word cloud. You can write down, we're better together, put a circle around it, make it a cloud. And then any words that you kind of can come up with from that, if it's better together, maybe you'll be like fun, always, or best, or best friends, and then you can kind of like line up some of those words and kind of like what does you'll come up with new phrases and whole new directions that will kind of head you in a different way. And so remember that. So here's an extra bonus tip for you guys. So you've got the 3 steps. You've got don't bore us, get us to the chorus. Is the song too long? You got to remember that. Number 2, is it too long? Number 3, keep on theme. Now, number 4, or your bonus one, is ask yourself when you get to the end of a pre-chorus, ask yourself, does this lead into the chorus melodic wise? Or is it too much of a big jump or a big step? You might be singing a verse that's like da 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 da, and then your chorus is da 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 da, and so you might have a big jump there. Why not sing the verse and the end of the verse? Maybe if that's where you're going to the chorus, make it lead to the chorus. So if you're like da 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 da, you come into the end of the verse da 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 da, and you're already into that chorus instead of going da 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 da, and it's just too big of a jump. Now, of course, one thing, I'm giving you all these little tips and secrets and little rules and stuff like that. Of course, you can go ahead and break these rules, but only break them when you're doing it on purpose and and you're doing that for a creative choice. That's the biggest thing. I've met so many songwriters, and they're breaking all the rules, and they don't even know they are, because they don't even know that those are successful secret rules. And so awesome, guys. So try those out on your next songs. I always encourage all my students, all the people that I've worked with, all songwriters and collaborators, challenge yourself. If you've learned that, go ahead and practice it, because the saying, practice makes perfect. So awesome, guys. So try and work that on your new songs. Number 1, don't bore us, get to the chorus. Is the song too long? Keep it under 3:30. Keeping on theme. Make sure you're on theme. And so awesome. Well, I know you guys are going to get a lot out of that, and that's really going to help you. So and if this has been super helpful, please click the like button below, because what that actually does is YouTube's algorithms pick that up and they're like, oh, that video was liked. And so they add that to the top, and then other people can actually hear this great information as well. And an extra bonus for you guys as well is head over to thesecrets2musicsuccess.com. I'll have a link below so you can kind of so you don't have to type that up. You can just click on it and download my free PDF. I've got tips on pop songwriting, tips on mixing, and I know that you guys are going to get a lot out of that. So awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.